Bonjour everyone. Welcome to another episode, another video. And today I decided to do something a little bit different. Before doing a video, I kind of always prep myself just with finding a theme, be it a specific diecast brand, be it a specific vehicle manufacturer, be it a country of origin, be it, whatever theme. I thought I'd try something a little bit different and just show off today a bunch of randomly chosen diecast, basically out of the collection. So there's going to be a mishmash of all kinds of things. We're all talking 164. They're all going to be in package. But I mean, we're gonna check out some Majorette. We're gonna check out some Auto World. We're gonna check out some Jada, some M2, some Green Light, some Hot Wheels. MiniGT, all kinds of stuff, basically. So, without further ado, we'll get it started. And this is really going to be in no particular order, for reals. So, yeah. First and foremost, let's start off with something fairly basic. So, in Canada, we don't have targets, so there's some things that we don't get, namely red editions. We don't get either the exclusive sets that are put out. Example, the one of the two Batman sets there. There's one specifically for Walmart and one specifically for Target. Obviously, we only get the Walmart ones. And one type of vehicle we do not get, or one type of series, would be the flying colors. So I picked this up at Passion Diecast maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. A year and a half ago. This custom 72 Chevy Love. Chevy Love is how most people call it, is Chevy LUV, but light utility vehicle, but we'll keep it at that there. This is one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings. I love the slammed look, just the slightest amount of rake, the V8 popping out of the hood, and the fat wheels in the back with the tubs in the bed. Particularly like that one, this one be and one of the reasons why I like the Flying Custom series is because of those Hot One wheels, which I love the fact they're always the same diameter, and it's just the sidewall of the tire that is bigger or smaller. This specific one I really like. I really like the groovy graphics on the side that are very, 80s. I find it gives an 80s vibe. We're past the 70s, but not quite into the 90s. If we're looking at the type of graphics that's on there. Chrome bed, chrome interior, chrome engine. Lightly tinted blue glass. Front end is always cool with that Chevy logo and the chrome that's part of that middle part there. Engine, interior, bed. Enamel red, black base, black plastic base. So I really like it. I like the artwork, the retro artwork. Even the Hot Wheels logo with the Mattel badge looks kind of retro, just red on white. Here's the cars that are in that series. Definitely fiending for that Skyline, the KDR 30. Same for the 180SX that was put out in this series. Those are really the two only ones that I really, really want to get. Mind you, obviously on the bottom there, the 510 and the Nova I wouldn't mind, because I love the Nova, and who doesn't like a 510? But I mean, I don't really go for I don't really love the hot ones that are like on the 5 spokes, like the Copo or whatnot there. It's just not my jam. I really want, if I'm to buy a few, especially these, they're they're resold for like $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 depending on the model. As mentioned, we don't have Target here, so there's obviously a sur cost as opposed to the super cheap price viewers in the US are paying. Shout out to you guys, by the way. So I like that one. Got quite a few LUVs in my collection. Next up, let's how about we check out a couple Majorettes? Why not? I made a fairly extensive video on Majorettes, showing premium line, just European vehicles. I also showed a couple of JDM items that I have in that same series on an alternate JDM carded show case. Here's one that I wasn't sure where to include. The Kia Performance car, which is actually the Kia Stinger. So this is a Majorette version in yellow color that I believe Hot Wheels did not release for this, despite the multiple color waves. Yeah, really nice car. I definitely enjoy the look of it overall, be it this one or in real life. Find they really look good. You've got the clear glass, and as opposed to the Hot Wheels version, the panoramic roof that you see here, this is just painted black as opposed to actually being part of the glass portion of the casting, which I'll give a +1 or a 1 up to Hot Wheels for that one. Definitely better in my opinion. However, this one does have the lens headlights, as most Majorettes do, which I definitely enjoy. The infamous wide 5-spoke twist type wheels that we see on many of these Majorette models. Great job on the rear. Painted details. Logo is extremely fine in the back. Very small, very well rendered in views of the scale. It's probably around 160 scale, I'm assuming. 160, 161, something like that. Nice black interior with a very nice steering wheel that we can get a glimpse of here. And yeah, pretty cool car. Just find it funny that they just wrote Kia Performance car. Next up, something I was super happy to find on the pegs. Renault 5 Turbo, or should I say Renault 5 Turbo. Definitely something I was really looking forward to get. You got the two-tone blue paint, the chrome 10 spokes, opening hatch, roll cage in the back. So 80s with the box flares in the back. These are actually mid-engine cars with a 1.4 liter turbo engine. Stock form, they would do about 140 horsepower. But there's several factory kits, kind of like basically Dodge would have done with the Mopar packages for the SRT4 way back when. So stage 1, 2, 3, you know, and these could reach about 200 horsepower. We're talking about a car that was released in 1980. The Turbo 2 came a year later and lasted for 2 years. And these were supposed to be Group B cars, but obviously with the event of the Audi Quattro, it was kind of shut down a little bit because all-wheel drive did prove to be immensely huge as an advantage on surfaces that were not paved. So this little guy went the same way as the Lancia Stratos and you know, all the other greats, rear-wheel drive greats. You know, from Opel and Fiat and all kinds of other brands, basically, that participated in the World Rally Championship or whatever it was called at the time. Now, this one I really like because you've got really the turbo script on the side, as it would be. Unfortunately, on the hatch, it's not there, and that was on that is present on the real car. But despite that, you know, detailing's great. As you can probably tell, I'm very excited looking at this car because I really like it. And I do have the red version as well. That was the first release, I believe. I'm not sure if the blue or the red came before, but I'm pretty sure the red one did. And it was part of a 5-pack that I have. So there you go. Really like that car. Very 80s, very retro, very cool. Last Majorette I'm going to show you. It's going to be a different series. This is last year's limited edition lineup. So a few cars that are going to have a really satin metallic type paint. You know, you can see the card has a holographic, the card that's on top of the actual blister bubble has a holographic effect, kind of like to match the paint. It's a nice little Lamborghini Huracan with opening hatch or opening hood. Actually, these are the same wheels as the Kia. but they're black. So I love the paint color on this. Unfortunately, since I am at the time of recording this looking at the sun almost being down, we're just going with artificial light, warm white as opposed to cool white. So the green doesn't pop as much as it does in real life, but I can assure you it's a very interesting color and definitely the reason why I picked it up. And funnily enough, I picked this up shortly after the Exotic Envy series came out. So I believe that was last year. I had found the Bugatti, and I picked this one up at the same time because in a Walmart visit I had actually picked up the Huracan in that series, which was my favorite out of the series. So same hobby store actually found the Hot Wheels Premium Bugatti at the same time as this bad boy right here. Very happy about that. Only limited edition I picked up. I mean, there's a few other cars. There's a Bentley in a darker green shade. There's a F-150 Raptor. G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon as well. You know, but I try and limit myself in if we're talking about variations there. So, yeah. All right, next up. You know what? We're going to check out a little bit of green light. First one we're going to check out. I actually got a few comments about this one. People wanting, saying it was really cool and wanting to see it up a little bit closer. This is a green light. 25-year anniversary Mustang. Mustang GT. It's written 5.0, but it's a GT hatch. And yeah, definitely an 89. You've got the kind of like turbine wheels on there that are typical of pre-92 models. Well, actually, I think pre-91 actually would be more accurate. That little red line that goes across the car. Surprisingly enough, the taillights are not accurate. These are the LX taillights. Because there were some little covers, like kind of almost louvers that were body colored on the GTs at the time. And the only only the GTs actually had those louvers. Even the Cobras reverted to the LX lights when they came out. You know, the late series and whatnot. And if I'm not mistaken, even the convertible always had the lights without the louvers on them. But yeah, a little bit of useless automotive trivia for you there. But this one is really nice, white. I believe this is the first release of this casting by Greenlight. Let's see, 2019. Yeah, so packaging is really cool. And I picked this up at a Walmart. I was really lucky because I saw there was one on the pegs. I picked it up and I never saw it again. So, you know, if you're hunting, you have to be quick, as many a hunter has said before. So yeah, this is a really, really nice one. Yeah, Fox bodies are my favorite Mustang gen, so you know, this I had to pick up basically. Especially I didn't have a whole lot of Fox bodies at the time. I think I only had one Maisto that I showed off in my Mustang episode from a month back or so. So don't hesitate to go back and look at that one. Let's see. I have a couple more green lights. I wanted to do something, you know, something fun with the green lights. You know, we checked out quite a few Nissans in alternate videos there. I wanted to show you basically, I believe this one I've already shown you before. May or may not have. So there's another green light, part of the Tokyo Torque series. Let's see, which series is this one? Oh, series 4. So it's an old one. It's an old one because I can tell you. Oh yeah, there you go. Series 4 right there. Yeah, there's way more than 4 series at the current time, I can tell you that. So this would have been a release from 2018. Cars in there. 510, 510, Skyline, 2000 GTR. So I have both in both of the ones in this wave. The loose 72 orange one and this 71 white one, this is literally for the Hakosuka Skyline. This is my ideal spec. White Steelies, you know, perfect. And I wanted to follow it up with the race version. I do have the race version also in M2, but I'll reserve that for a future episode when we do an M2 showcase. But yeah, this one, I mean, the PMCS, the stickers, everything's there. Every single thing is there. And it's cool because these cars basically all had the same deco if we're talking about the ones that raced in period. Each of them with a different number had also a different livery color. So here we have it in red. There was khaki green. There was blue. There was all a bunch of colors. The cool thing is the M2 that I have has the green deco. I have a 124 Jada, or 124 Jada, that has it in blue, and I also have that I think 2015 release Hakosuka Hot Wheels Skyline that has kind of a similar livery but not really, and that one's also blue and white. So you know, got a nice variety of colors. Big difference with this one is headlight covers, oil cooler on the front, the flared arches compared to the regular one. Well, actually, the rear arches are flared on the regular one as well. It's just they're black, as they would be on the real car. You know, front ends definitely very different. Rear ends different because of the fact that there's a bumper delete on the race car, but same wings, same lights, same everything. Besides that, so yeah, this is a really nice one. I really like this one. I think it's the first race version of the Skyline that I actually found, the first gen GTR. And I mean, a little note on that, it's not really a first gen GTR. Was actually 4-door in 67 before this came. That one came out. This one came out in 68. So actually, no, not true. 68, the 4-door came out. This one came out in 69 as a 70 model. All right. More useless car trivia. All right, next one. I'm gonna go movie time. Got this little Fast and Furious Maserati Ghibli, as driven by Jason Statham in one of the many Fast movies. Car is in a horrible condition, like, you know, chewed up corner here. Vin's almost got the top of his head with a piece missing there. You know, soft corners. I mean, I've had this. When was this released? I bought this new at Toys R Us when it was released. So, do I have a date on here? Oh, yeah. 2016. 2016. And this is weird because it's not branded Mattel. It's not. It's branded Mattel. It's not branded Hot Wheels or Matchbox or any other subsidiary. It's really like Universal Studios, Fast and Furious, Mattel. That's it. But I mean, this is about, I'd say, 155 scale. Awfully similar to the size of a Siku. Maybe slightly larger even. Maybe like 153 or whatnot. But I mean, we're talking about, you know, this is number 19 of 32. There's so many releases. Pretty much all the cars that, you know, you would expect, and a few of them that you wouldn't, basically. So cool series to look into. Don't ask me what exactly it is, but it's really cool. It's really well made. You know, you've got rubber tires, you've got lens headlights. This is like the only Maserati Ghibli I have, so you know, I do have a fair collection of Fast and Furious cars, but this one, I don't know, it's just different. And it's a car that is not cast a whole lot in 164, if at all. So this is the closest I could get, and the Ghibli at the time was a newly released model. And yeah, I really like it. Really dark green, same spec as in the movie, basically. So let's see. Next up, let's check out a Jada product. So, this I picked up at the Montreal Auto Salon, Auto Show, however you want to call it. We call it Salon de l'Auto in French. So, Auto Salon, there's also like the Tokyo Auto Salon, you know. But yeah, let's say the Montreal Car Show, Auto Show. They always have 2 or 3 diecast vendors there that are recurrent. They always have fairly good deals and or really rare stuff. It's also where I picked up my TSM parking lot mat there that I use for certain showcases for loose 164 cars. And this was one of a few pieces I picked up. This would have been pre-COVID. 86 AE86, kind of funny. Yeah, again, 164 scale, but not 164 scale. You know, I'd say it's pretty much in line with these two. I think they're pretty much comparable in size. Smidgen more for the Toyota, actually. Yeah, definitely a smidgen more for the Toyota. But yeah, so this is probably more like maybe between 150 and 155. I don't think it's 150, but it seems a little bit larger than 155. So let's check out the details of this. So this is metal on metal, rubber tires, pretty much full detail, clear glass, Watanabe style wheels, pop-up lights that are closed. All painted details, no lensed tails or fronts. JSC Magic livery, a little bit hard to see there. Let's see if I put it like this. There you go. Got a bunch of sponsors on the side skirt. The JSC Magic with the Go Faster black stripe on the corner of the hood. JSC Magic is a fairly well-known coilover company. Suspension products, if ever you're curious. Yeah, so really cool little car. Funnily enough, wheels don't match on the artwork versus on the car, but you know what, I'm not going to complain about it because they're even better on the car. I mean, you got to go with Watts with the RS8s on an A86. I mean, they were factory option wheels and were just like BBS RS were factory option wheels on a whole bunch of cars, German or otherwise. So, you know, it's part of the legend. Alright, so next up I'll show you, since we're in the JDM stuff, I'll show you a my only MiniGT actually. Only MiniGT that I have. It should be this one. So the Liberty Walk R35 wide body. LB Works Nissan GTR R35 Pink Pig. Yeah, so yeah, a pink car. I love this thing. It's awesome. Picked this up at another diecast store called Nice Car Collection. It's a pretty cool hub for diecast and automotive enthusiasts in general. So I mean, this casting is well known. Livery, I don't know if it's well known or not, but this one is limited basically to 3,600 pieces. It's a Miho exclusive, a USA exclusive, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. So, you know, all the stuff you want to see. The cool thing is, I don't think I overpaid for this thing. True scale, Nissan licensed product. Trying to look for a release date, which I'm not seeing. Either way, should be fairly easy to look it up. I don't think they made too many Pink Pig versions of the LB R35 anyways. So yeah, really cool car. You know, I won't go too much into detail because I mean MiniGT is a brand also that's getting a lot of press. So we all know about the, you know, lens taillights, lens headlights, the details are phenomenal. It's a really nice car. I think I paid probably like the equivalent of $14 US for this thing, so pretty cheap. I like the fact there's a little collector box that comes with it as well. It makes me definitely want to crack this one open, but I will refrain since it's my only MiniGT. But yeah, I really like that one. Next up, I'll show you quickly my only M2 in this show, and it's my only also M2 ground pounder. 49 Merc, one of my iconic cars. If we're talking about the specific model there, yeah. So kind of like a tuned car, but way higher in quality. In the Moon Eyes deco, with the big blown V8, the moon discs, the white walls, the black flame job on the yellow enamel paint. Definitely a nice rendering of the grille. Really nice details. Kind of weird to see the engine popping out there. I find it's very Jada-esque, but you know what? It works for a car like this. It's kind of like a tuned. Love in the rear. Huge dual oval exit exhaust with the moon equipped on there. And it is limited to 5,880 pieces. Very cool. And this is a 2019 release. Yeah, okay, yeah. As mentioned, declining light. So there you go. So the last two pieces I'm going to show you are two of my most prized pieces in my collection for 164. We are talking about vehicles that are not sold in store here in Canada, that may or may not be super rare wherever you guys are watching from. But let's move these over. Here we go. We've got the Miho exclusive 1 of 4,800 Auto World custom lowriders. Here's your card art. Typical, not super special Auto World type card art. It's really all about the car here. Comes with the collector box again. Love the fact that as opposed to the Green Light California Lowrider series that came out, these actually have lowrider wheels. You got a little true spoke wheels, Dayton's or otherwise. Some nice pinstriping on this land yacht of a 75 Caddy Eldorado. Really nice details throughout. Very cool. Very subtly black washed grille, painted white headlights, side indicators, everything's there. It's got that nice stance of like, a lowrider that would be driving down the street without hitting the switches. Really cool rear end. And yeah, there is a custom license plate. It's written, look, it's going to be impossible with this light to read for you guys, so it's written slow 1. I like the half vinyl roof. I love that dark brown interior. Looks kind of beigey on here, but it is darker brown. Yeah, pinstripe continues on top, as you can see. Trunk and hood. And yeah, it's a beautiful one. I picked up this one at Passion Diecast also. And, since I'm kind of like a sucker for any lowrider that would be like basically mid 70s to mid 80s especially, had to pick up the other caddy. 76 Coupe de Ville. It's crazy for 1 year. 1 model year difference, and it's the complete body style change, which is the reason why. These came, by the way, in 2 different color variations each. I just picked out my favorite, so black with some brown and beige trim for the older 75, and then this newer 76. We have a very nice, extremely metallic maroon, gold wire wheels with the kind of like Vogue white line tires. Little touches of custom pinstripe work here and there. Hood just above the side indicators, right under the door handle, and a little touch at the very end of that super long rear overhang just before the rear filler for the bumper slash taillights. And yeah, that little stripe goes all the way across front fender and all the way down just above the rocker panel. So very cool. Again, same type of detail on the front end. Really nice. Same type of detail on the rear end. Real nice too. So these are all, it's all gold gold detailing here. I'm just trying to read what's written on the license plate for you guys. And in all honesty, I don't think I'll be able to make it out. Oh, actually, yeah. It's written LD Yacht, so land yacht. Pretty cool. That's what I called it on the get-go. So there you go. That was my little showcase for today. Hope you enjoyed this slightly different type of program with just diecast randomness as opposed to themed show. I'm just trying something out, something different. So if you liked it, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see more of these kind of off the cuff, impromptu, not too not too worked episodes, feel free to let me know as well. It's fun to do, and of course, for potential future episodes like this, you can always subscribe to my channel so as to be notified of future uploads on my behalf. And of course, if you enjoyed, do leave a like, which is much appreciated, and I will yeah, I'll see you on the next one, I guess. All right, you take care. Bye bye.